Welcome to iOSGenius on the YouTube channel. So today we were going to go through on the Concur of SAP and basically how to your expenses so that you can fill in the additional fields that may be required for your HR payroll to approve. So let's go ahead and go to my phone, which is down here. And then what we're going to do from here, we're just going to open the app. All right, so then right now you're going to see in the center there, you're going to have the app, the Concur app. You select on your expenses. And then there I have a receipt there for August 22nd. And then I also have the mobile reimbursement of $45. This is the $45 that we created just a moment ago. Where it says test expense, this is only a test, please delete. So that the HR or your payroll department can see this and will totally ignore it and delete it. So we're just going to go ahead and select it. At the very bottom center, you're going to say move to a report. It's going to take you to a next page where it wants you to create a new report. So you're going to use this existing information, add it to the new report that you're going to submit to your payroll or your HR department or the people who have to approve it, more or less your manager. So then you're going to go ahead and select on create new report. So what it's going to do, it's going to pull up this information on the new report. You want to put in the report name is here listed at top. You can just, I'm going to put in delete. This is a test. Now you would actually put the actual report name, which could be May 2019 T-Mobile cell phone bill or whatever you want to call it, or your flight trip or your food for breakfast or lunch or dinner, wherever you're at. The report date is actually going to be today's date. You can't select it. It's grayed out for you. Your business purpose is going to be, for this one specifically, will be stipend self-service. So it's you want whatever it's going to be, stipend probably for food, conference, travel, airline, etc. And as you can see there in that specific row, you have 20 characters that we'll use out of 500. So you can go a little longer, more detail if necessary. Now your spend category, for mine specifically, is just a cell phone, so there's not travel. I would select non-travel. For anybody else, you may have to select travel or training or temporary assignment that you're out of state or in a different city could be. So for me, it'll be non-travel. Then right below that it says no receipts attached. Well, we do have receipts that we can attach. But right now, if we turn this on, which is green, now that means we're not going to be attaching any receipts. So we want to have this off because we want to attach receipts. So then your comment here below, like as I stated before, it would be support of Omnicom. Now for you, it might be a little different. It might be support of Kraft Foods, IBM, Lenovo, HP, Apple, so forth. They may need something. But again, I'm just going to put right behind it, delete this. Is only a test. And then right there where it says U.S. expense policy. Now, if you're in the U.S., you're in the U.K., in Japan, however the case may be, you may have additional drop-down policies. Since I'm only in the U.S., it's only going to show me U.S. policy. So I just select that. Now, as you just noticed, I selected it and it reset my business purpose, spend category, and comment. Suggestion would be if policy is listed there and it's the correct policy, go to that one first, select that, select the appropriate policy you're going to need to select on, and then go back to where it says business purpose. The bottom two says Unisys Corporation. It's a company I work for. And those are for your criteria. If you're using a specific code, that code will self-populate this to information. If you think it's wrong, contact your payroll department and HR so that they can update that. So at the top right corner, you select on create. Now it's going to save the report that you just created, and it's moving into the report process. Now in the report process is that you're just going to review it and then submit when completed. So now at the very top center, I am prompted with alert with 2 times, and I'm going to show you what those alerts are. The first alert that basically says the transaction date is greater than 60 days. Please be more timely in your expense submission as per policy. This may be considered taxable income during the audit process. So basically, with my corporation, my company I work for, that I could only do expenses up to 3 months. If it's or 2 months, here it says 60 days, greater than 60 days. So I can only do 2 months. The month that I put this for is April of 2019, which is actually 4 months. And that's why it's saying, well, you're not supposed to be doing this. You're putting it really late. This is just a fair warning. But I'm sure in due time, if you keep submitting more older and older ones that you forget to do, you're kind of stuck paying for the bill, that they're not going to refund you your money or provide you credit for that money. Now, right below that, it says missing required fields, the total phone bill amount. Now, the total phone bill amount was not listed in the previous screen before I moved it to the report by creating it. So to create it, you'll just select where it says expenses in the middle, or right above it says not submitted. So it hasn't been fully submitted. It's not finalized yet on your end. So you would select on the mobile reimbursement. Give it a moment to load up. It will pull up all the detailed information that you just put in and so forth. It gives you the allocations of the messages that you were prompted with, the total bill amount. Fields are not present. Please enter by using Concur web application. So you can use either the web on the internet or you can do it through the app. So as you can see, it's highlighted in red. So total phone bill amount. My total phone bill amount is actually $160.20. So $160.20 is my monthly bill. So once that's in there, everything is done. Now, you also have right below the amount in US dollars, $45, right below that says personal expense. Do not reimburse. So you can turn on this feature, and just in case your boss or a policy that you're following at work is asking you to submit all your expenses. So I'm submitting my expense. Now, if this is a personal expense, like I bought a t-shirt or something, I don't see why they need to know that or so forth. But here there's an option where it says you can personal expense it. It gets reported through the company you're working for, so they know not to pay you, but they are also seeing that you created an expense that's personal. That just doesn't make sense. I don't understand why they would do that. Now the receipt status says no receipt. So you can select that. It's editable. And you can select on receipt from no receipt. And then you'll see that with the receipt, you can be able to actually view the receipts that you have listed on here. So if we select view receipt at the very top center, but it says your changes may be lost. If you proceed, would you like to save changes? So we're going to cancel for now because what I just noticed underneath the transaction date, the business purpose has been emptied. So we're just going to hit delete. This is a test. Done. Now all my fields are filled in proper. Now I can go ahead and hit save in the top right corner. Now you can still see in the top right corner there is still 2. Now as you can see 2 disappeared. Now it's just 1. Still stating that it's beyond the 60 days. And then you're just basically reviewing. So remember, as I stated earlier, that there's an app called, or an app, there's a feature called the Expense Assistant. So the Expense Assistant will do all this for you, and then you're going to review it. You're going to be in this field of a screen, and you're just going to review, oh, look, I have an expense. It's $45. It hasn't been submitted. Let me look it over. So you can look over the details. Left side, go through all the details, the approval submitted, not paid, Unisys. This is all not grayed out, so I cannot change that. Now, if I go to expenses, I can hit mobile reimbursement, and it's going to load in a moment. Then it's going to show me the more itemized, what it is, $45, it's T-Mobile, etc. And then if I really wanted to and see where are the receipts on this, you can select on receipts. Give it a second, and now it loads up. Now it shows in the top of that area of 1 of 2. So that original picture you saw, that you only saw one picture, which is this picture, but you didn't see the second picture because it just showed one image. Now you can swipe to the left, and now you can scroll down and you can see the other picture. So now you have 2 pictures that are being shown. So that is the interesting thing there. So then now you have everything intact and you're ready to submit. So when you're ready to submit, it will actually move over to the next page where it's actually going to be submitted and sent to your HR and payroll. So hopefully you enjoy this video and enjoy how to do the review notes, read the notifications of the caution alerts of what the expenses are, what you forgot to put in the total amount of what your actual monthly bill is, and so forth, and go from there. Now, if you didn't have a monthly bill and just say it was just an expense of buying food, and then say the total amount of food for that specific day, we'll just say it was $60, then you would just put $60, and then they'll hopefully reimburse you the $60 or some portion of the $60 of itself. So if you have any other questions or so forth on iOS products or Mac products, feel free to put them in the bottom counter and see what other apps you want like me to review. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good day.